Hi guys, welcome back. The topic which I'm going to teach you today is very important, especially for those students who are weak in active and passive voice. So watch this video completely and let's start. Let's start with the verb. A verb can be transitive or intransitive. Before changing active voice into passive voice, we have to look at the verb. If the verb is transitive, sometimes the passive voice is possible and sometimes it is not possible. While if the verb is intransitive, passive voice is not possible. Let's start with transitive verb. Transitive verb has 5 types. Remember, 5 types. Number 1, monotransitive verb. Mono means one. Ditransitive verb. Di means two. Pseudo-transitive verb. Pseudo means not real, not genuine. Number 4, complex transitive verb, and the last one is ambitransitive verb. Let's study them one by one. Number 1, monotransitive verb. As I said earlier, mono means one. So here, this type of transitive verb requires only one object to complete its meaning. The structure is subject plus monotransitive verb plus object. This verb will require just one object. The examples are here. He eats rice. Now, rice is the object of eats and the meaning is complete. She will wash the dishes. Now, the dishes is the object of wash. The last example, I cannot see you. Here, you is an object of see. In these examples, eat, wash, and see are monotransitive verb because they have only one object and their meaning is complete. The second one is ditransitive verb. Di means two. It means that this type of transitive verb will require two objects to complete its meaning. Now, two objects. One will be called a direct object and the second one will be called an indirect object. In one sentence, we will have two objects, direct object and indirect object. Indirect object will be introduced with two prepositions. Number 1, to, and number 2, for. The structure will be like this: subject plus ditransitive verb plus DO stands for direct object plus to or for, one of them, plus indirect object. Now, some students are confused where to use to and where to use for. So, to depends. To is used when these verbs are used, and for is used when we have these ditransitive verb in a sentence. Let's have some examples. Examples. She told a story to Ali. According to the structure, she is a subject, told is a ditransitive verb, a story is the direct object, then a preposition to, and then we have the indirect object. Now, this is the formal way to say. We can also say it informally by removing the preposition to. When we remove the preposition, we will change the places of direct object and indirect object with each other. She told Ali a story. Now here, an indirect object is used before a direct object because we removed the preposition. Let's have another example. I bought a car for Ali. I is a subject, bought is a ditransitive verb, a car is a direct object, then a preposition, and then Ali is the indirect object. By removing the preposition for, direct object and indirect object will change their places with each other, and we will have I bought Ali a car. Ali is the indirect object and a car is the direct object. They have the same meaning, no difference. One is formal, the other one is informal. The third one, pseudo-transitive verb. Pseudo means not real, not genuine. It means that these verbs will take an object, just like a transitive verb, mono and ditransitive verbs. But it cannot be changed into passive voice. Mono transitive verb and ditransitive verb can be changed into passive voice, but pseudo-transitive verb cannot be changed into passive voice. Now, what's the reason? The reason is that this object is called an unaffected object. This object cannot be affected by these actions: have, has, had, on, suit, and fit. You will see an object after these verbs, but you cannot change them into passive voice. That's why they are called pseudo-transitive verb. Let's have examples. Examples: red color suits Leila. Red color is the subject, suits is the transitive verb. Now, why do we call it a transitive verb? Because it has an object, Leila, but we cannot change it into passive voice. That's why we will call it a pseudo-transitive verb. Another example: your jacket does not fit me. Now, fit is a pseudo-transitive verb and me is the object. He had a car. Had is a pseudo-transitive verb and a car is an object, but we cannot change them into passive voice. The fourth one, which is complex transitive verb. Complex transitive verbs take an object and an object complement. Object complement can also be called object predicate or object attribute. Complement is a noun or an adjective which completes the meaning of an object or subject. In this case, this complement will complete the meaning of an object. Let's have an example. She made him angry. Now, mad is a transitive verb. Why? Because it has an object. But after an object, it has an object complement. That's why it is also called complex transitive verb. We elected Imran Khan the Prime Minister. Now, Imran Khan and the Prime Minister refer to one person, to the same person. He considered the matter a waste of time. Now, a waste of time refers to the matter, which is an object. They call me sir. Now, sir refers to me, and me is an object. Now, remember one thing about complex transitive verb. Complex transitive verb can also be used as mono-transitive verb. We can use these verbs as mono-transitive verb as well by removing the object complement. let's have examples. He made a mistake. He made me proud. In the first example, made is followed by an object and nothing else. In the first example, made is a monotransitive verb because it has one object. In the second example, he made me proud. Made is followed by an object and then followed by an object complement, which refers to the object. In this example, it is called complex transitive verb. The last one, which is ambitransitive verb. Ambitransitive verbs can sometimes function as transitive and sometimes as intransitive. It functions as transitive when there is an object, and in this case, passive voice is possible. But if you don't see an object, when there is no object, passive voice is not possible. Here are the examples. She sings, and she sings a song. In the first example, there is no object after sings, and in the second example, there is an object, a song. So, in the first example, sings is an intransitive verb, while in the second example, it is a transitive verb. So, the first one cannot be changed into passive voice, while the second one can be changed into passive voice. Another example, Ali runs fast and Ali runs a school. In the first example, fast is an adverb. It is not an object. So, it cannot be changed into passive voice because runs here functions as an intransitive verb. While in the second example, a school is an object, and here passive voice is possible because runs functions as a transitive verb. So, let me repeat in short. We have 5 types of transitive verbs: monotransitive verb, ditransitive verb, pseudotransitive verb, complex transitive verb, and ambitransitive verb. Now, which of them can be changed into passive voice? Monotransitive verb can be changed into passive voice, ditransitive verb can be changed into passive voice, complex transitive verb can be changed into passive voice, and ambitransitive verb can be changed into passive voice when there is an object.